You then raise a $6.5 million Series A with General Catalyst, with you and Paul contributing a significant amount of that. You're building the product, and then you start raising the Series B. So tell me about this quote.
Yeah, you know, we were a bit aggressive, and we had the luxury in our Series A of finding it really easy to raise money. On the Series B, we said these are the three people we want to take money from. It was Sequoia, Kleiner Perkins, and Greylock. And we went and presented to those three guys right to the partnership meetings. We didn't talk to the woodchucks before the meeting. We just went right into the partnership meetings and said, sorry about the woodchuck quote.
So this is a little bit unusual. This is a little bit unusual. Entrepreneurs don't usually do that.
Yeah. So we went right in, and Sequoia shat on us and showed us the door, and said, you know.
Was this Moritz or?
Yeah, it was Mike Moritz. I mean, we knew the meeting wasn't going to go well when we started with the product demo, and I said, okay, someone give me an airport you fly out of, and they said, well, we fly out of our own airport, and I said, oh, God, that's not. Surely you've heard of a commercial airport you can fly from. But anyway, so it pretty much went downhill from there. And then we were flying back, and Paul said, Sequoia is actually the company that we want, because they know search, they know consumer, and Mike Moritz is one of the best guys on the planet. So we're not going to let them make a bad decision.
So those are three top-tier firms.
Yeah.
Was there really that much of a difference between those three?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Okay. I probably shouldn't go into the details here, but yeah, they're all great companies. But anyway, we really wanted Sequoia, so Paul.
So you were flying back.
Yeah. So Paul said, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm not going to take no for an answer. We're not going to let them make a bad decision. So he calls Mike Moritz up on the phone as soon as we land, and says, Mike, I'm coming back. We're going to come back next Monday, and we're going to present again. We're going to present for 15 minutes, and you're going to invest in us. And I said, Paul, you're crazy. It's not going to work. I'm not going. That's a 6-hour flight. I'm not going. So Paul goes solo, and that's actually the title of the slide deck that he presented to them. And 15 minutes after he presented, we had a term sheet from them. So if you get the opportunity to see Paul English speak, you should avail yourselves of that. He's amazing.
It's unusual because Paul is obviously the guy who's going to build the product, really strong technology-wise.
Yeah.
But he's actually one of the few people that I've met who actually can do the business side too, equally well.
That's right.
So to be able to have sort of expertise on both sides is actually pretty unique.
Yeah, it's very rare. He's a Pied Piper. The engineers like to have someone they can look up to who actually has social skills, and he has social skills, and it works.
Yeah. So you raise a Series B from Sequoia. Mike Moritz does not get on the board.
Doesn't want to be on the board.
Travel.
It's not like I said, Mike, you can't join the board. Yeah.
And then you raise money and you kind of build the business. And then you raise a Series C in 2006 with Excel in London. So not a lot of problems raising money. You guys seem to be doing that pretty well. And
our timing was good. Our timing was good.
How'd you go about configuring the VCs or investors that you put together, especially for entrepreneurs out there who are, hoping to raise money from other people? Like, how do you think about who to take money from? For
us, we were fortunate in that we could be a little bit selective about who we took money from, and whom you take it from is more important than the valuation you get, at least to me, because those are the guys and gals who are going to be on your board, who are going to guide the direction of your company for the next N years to come. So, with General Catalyst, our Series A, we took someone who knew travel and who was very entrepreneurial focused. With Sequoia, it was someone who was West Coast based, knew search, new consumer and product. With Excel, we went with someone who knew mobile, who knew social, and who knew European expansion. And each of those VCs plays a role on our board. It's very well defined, and I wouldn't trade those guys for the world. So if you've got the chance, or or you have the benefit of making the trade-off between valuation and who you want to work with, all day long go with who you want to work with. It's not, because the initial valuation, that's not where the magic happens. And Sequoia was not the high bidder for our Series B. Excel was not the high bidder for our Series C. And our Series D round, we didn't go with the high bidders either. And I'm thankful for every decision we've made in that direction.